Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Universe Mode on the JPG channel, and we are kicking things off the Monday Night Raw before WrestleMania in the biggest way possible by getting all of Charlotte, North Carolina to yeet in unison as the Intercontinental Champion comes down to the ring to address, well, the plethora of challengers that he has coming his way going into WrestleMania. There have been 5 individuals that have been staking their claim at Jey Uso's Intercontinental Championship, and now we get to hear exactly what Jey Uso has to say about that. We get to hear exactly how Jey Uso feels about being a man with a target on his back. Before we get to that, Jey Uso's got to give the crowd what they want. And what they want is to yeet with this man, the Intercontinental Champion, a man that has been the Intercontinental Champion ever since SummerSlam back in Detroit. And what a fighting champion Jey Uso has been, but he might be in for his biggest fight yet in Philadelphia. Let's see what Jey Uso has to say coming up next. And wait a minute, before Jey Uso could even get a word out, a man that Jey Uso knows all but too well, the megastar LA Knight, coming down to the ring. LA Knight and Jey Uso meet once again. Of course, here goes the history between Knight and Jey Uso. Uso has defeated LA Knight for the Intercontinental Championship to start his first run. And then months go by, Jey Uso fighting tormental battles with his brother Jimmy Uso. Right after LA Knight, of course, would again try his luck against the Intercontinental Champion. Jey Uso has had LA Knight's number a few times here on Monday Night Raw, and I think LA Knight is quite sick of it. Knight and Jey Uso coming face to face right here, right now. It tells me that LA Knight did not come here for a promo battle with Jey Uso as he strikes the Intercontinental Champion first, and now it's a slugfest. Our referee, Eddie Arango, trying to get some sort of order here. Uso goes for a super kick, averted. BFT from LA Knight. And wait a minute, LA Knight might be celebrating a little too prematurely. Look out, here comes Adam Cole. Knight just realized a super kick to the back of the head. Adam Cole dropping LA Knight. And now Adam Cole sending Jey Uso into the turnbuckle and a big kick right to the face. LA Knight though, oh, another one. Now Adam Cole dragging LA Knight into the corner. What the hell does Adam Cole have planned for LA Knight? Of course, Adam Cole, another thorn in the side of Jey Uso. Look out here. Adam Cole spiking him with the Panama City Sunrise. Adam Cole getting the last laugh here tonight against LA Knight and Jey Uso. And Adam Cole, wait a minute, he's not alone anymore. Oh, Andrade just threw a ladder right at his face, and that's Konosuke Takeshita. Takeshita getting involved in Andrade's business for a second time in a week. And of course, Andrade and Adam Cole, no love lost there. Andrade having Adam Cole's first match back. Adam Cole's bleeding after getting shot in the face with that ladder. And wait a minute, Andrade now lining up for the Hammerlock DDT. Now wait a minute, Konosuke Takeshita running in with that knee strike, laying Andrade out. And Konosuke Takeshita thought he stood tall, but wait a minute, Braun Breaker is waiting in the wings. A man that Konosuke Takeshita certainly knows well. Braun Breaker laying out the Japanese phenom. Wait a minute, that's Trick Williams. Oh, Trick Williams with a huge right to Braun Breaker. And wait a minute, turn back around as Bryan Danielson now wiping out Trick Williams and Braun Breaker. What the hell is going on? And now Braun Breaker with a big spear, cutting Danielson in half. Braun Breaker now choking out Trick Williams. When the hell is this anarchy going to end? A huge power slam right on the ladder, and Konosuke Takeshita wipes Breaker out with a shot to the face. Well, we're back from a short commercial break, and Danielson and Takeshita have been disposed of, but Breaker and Trick Williams still fighting each other in the center of this ring. Of course, two men that have battled John Cena in the last few weeks. Maybe they feel like they've earned an opportunity to get on the WrestleMania card as well. And now look at this Braun Breaker. Breaker setting Trick Williams up for something here. Breaker setting Trick Williams up. Look out. Full head of steam from the dog himself. The badass taking out Trick Williams. Braun Breaker wiping out Trick Williams. And Breaker is not done there just yet with Trick Williams. But wait a minute. I don't think Breaker even realizes behind him in the ring, main event Jey Uso's back on his feet. The Intercontinental Champion setting up a ladder. And Breaker still doesn't realize that there's about to be a flying Uso right behind him. Jey Uso wiping Braun Breaker out. My God. Uso throwing caution to the wind, and now a spear to Trick Williams. A spear to Trick Williams. Uso's not done there just yet. He's here to prove a point that he'll take on all comers heading into Philadelphia. Jey Uso making a damn statement here tonight. Like I said, he's willing to take on all challengers heading in to WrestleMania. Well, you see Jey Uso up there holding the Intercontinental Championship up proudly, standing on top of the ladder. And ladies and gentlemen, will that be the sight in Philadelphia when Jey Uso puts that Intercontinental Championship on the line in an 8-man ladder match? Right back into the action, folks, as we are joined by 4 competitors that will be competing in that fatal 4-way tornado tag team action at WrestleMania for the World Tag Team Championships, as we are just now joined by Chris Sabin making his way down to the ring, and that will complete all 4 individuals that are involved in this match. Sabin, Gargano, Phoenix, and Lee getting ready to do battle. Give themselves and their team a little bit of momentum heading into the championship match at WrestleMania. As Dragon Lee takes on Rey Fenix now. Gargano with a Hurricane Rana. Wipes out Sabin. Sabin goes off the ropes for a DDT. Did not get all of it, though. As now Dragon Lee and Phoenix meet for the first time in WWE. And look at this, Gargano going right back to work on Phoenix, but Phoenix catches him with a hook kick. Of course, Gargano very familiar with Phoenix's offense now, but that doesn't mean that he's going to see everything coming from a mile away. Phoenix will keep his opponents on the edge of their seat as far as what he's going to do next. And now look at this, Dragon Lee looking to take Chris Sabin out with a Frankensteiner. Now Gargano and Dragon Lee momentarily team up right there. And now Phoenix wiping out Gargano once again. Johnny Gargano with a Hurricane Rana to Chris Sabin. This is the action that's so hard to keep up with all at once. As now look at this, Dragon Lee. Dragon Lee has Rey Fenix. Look at the power of Dragon Lee. Thought he was going to go for a cover there, but I guess he decided against it. Gargano now off the ropes with a springboard bulldog. And now Dragon Lee going off the ropes with a moonsault. Tremendous stuff to start this thing off. But Phoenix now and Dragon Lee going back and forth with one another. And now look at this, Gargano out of nowhere with a tilt-a-whirl facebuster. Just as Dragon Lee was getting thrown to the outside, Gargano obviously looking for any and every opportunity to win this thing and give himself and Ciampa some momentum heading into WrestleMania. Big kick right to the chest of Gargano. As now Sabin introducing a kendo stick to this match. Of course, Fatal 4-Way rules states that there are no rules. And now look at this, Dragon Lee with a huge combination wiping out Phoenix. And now Dragon Lee, look out, looking to make it a short night. Destination Dragon. The Destination Dragon to Chris Sabin almost got the job done right there. Gargano would not have been quick enough. As now look at this, Gargano caught the leg. Beautiful move from Gargano. Goes for the pin on Dragon Lee. Count of 1 only. As now Rey Fenix fighting off Chris Sabin. The man that almost lost this match and lost some momentum for the Guns. Some much-needed momentum for the Machine Guns, considering that they haven't been the tag team champions since back in November in Chicago at Survivor Series, where they lost to, you guessed it, the Lucha Bros. As now look at this, Gargano trying to take Phoenix out here, but no. Oh, Phoenix went for a huge drop kick. Goes for the cover here. Phoenix with the kick out, though. And now Gargano with a big kick right to the back of the head of Phoenix. Trying to keep Rey Fenix down. As Sabin and Dragon Lee fight on the outside. But look at this, Gargano looking to make a statement victory here tonight ahead of WrestleMania. The Gargano escape is cinched in. The Gargano escape is cinched in, and Johnny Gargano picks up the victory. Gargano picking up a big victory, submitting one half of the World Tag Team Champions. And honestly, if he does that in Philadelphia, then he and Tommaso Ciampa can call themselves Tag Team Champions once again. Fatal 4-way Tag Team action for the World Tag Team Championships going down at Philadelphia, in Philadelphia, at WrestleMania. Certainly one to not miss. And folks, we're getting ready for one of two absolutely monumental, almost WrestleMania preparation type matches. Of course, as you see Kevin Owens sporting the top of the man that he will meet at WrestleMania, CM Punk in a Philadelphia street fight. And he is taking on the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes, of course, having the pleasure to main event another WrestleMania, taking on the GOAT himself, John Cena, and what will be a battle for the ages. John Cena, the everybody's past champion, everybody's past face of the company, versus today's face of the company, Cody Rhodes, the champion of today. And maybe that eats away at Cena a little bit, having to hear words like that, but indeed, it would be exactly what I would call Cody Rhodes, a champion in many ways than just one, and a fighting champion nonetheless, as Cody Rhodes has been since defeating Randy Orton in Detroit at SummerSlam. Cody Rhodes has knocked off all challengers ever since then, like the names of CM Punk or a Drew McIntyre, Finn Balor. Anybody that has stepped to Cody Rhodes has learned exactly what it means to have an American Nightmare. Could this be the final Monday Night Raw that we see Cody Rhodes walking out as the WWE Champion? That is a question that we will answer in just 7 short days, now 6 short days, as Cody Rhodes prepares for a big fight here tonight and an even bigger fight in Philly.
20 pounds, the undisputed WWE Universal Champion, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes.
Of course, Cody Rhodes, challenger John Cena, has the opportunity to main event tonight against a man that he knows all too well, one of his greatest rivals, Kevin Owens' opponent at WrestleMania, the Second City Saint, CM Punk. What a match that's going to be between Punk and Cena. I cannot think of a bigger match to close Monday Night Raw, the Monday Night Raw before WrestleMania, than CM Punk versus John Cena. That's exactly why we booked it on this show, folks. But this is a big match in itself as well. Punk's adversary, Punk's opponent at WrestleMania, Kevin Owens, taking on the champ himself, Cody Rhodes. This is a big opportunity for KO, as he's not looking to waste any time. Goes off the ropes, but Cody Rhodes having it scouted that time. And now taking on Kevin Owens is Rhodes. Obviously, less than a week away from WrestleMania. This is not a fight that Cody wants to stay in for long. As a matter of fact, he wants to try and put away Owens. the easiest way that he can, but that's a lot easier said than done, so to speak. Kevin Owens is a former Universal Champion. He's done it all in this company. And one more thing he wants to add to his pedigree is a victory over CM Punk on the grandest stage of them all. Of course, Kevin Owens attacked CM Punk a number of weeks ago, laying him out with a package pile driver. But, I mean, this all stemmed from Punk being able to win the Elimination Chamber qualifiers and Kevin Owens being sent into sudden death qualifiers and still not even winning that. I mean, it just sent KO over the edge, of course, taking his frustrations out not only on Finn Balor, but CM Punk as well. And now Kevin Owens and CM Punk will settle their score in the streets of Philadelphia. As now look at this, Cody Rhodes now being set for a ride, a huge elbow strike right to the face. Kevin Owens doing a good job of trying to control the pace of this match. You can see obviously the Punk-inspired gear, the X's on the fist. Kevin Owens again, a little bit more mind games before Philadelphia. Huge strike right to the face though, as Rhodes now finds a way back into this one off the ropes with a huge moonsault. Moonsault connects to KO, goes for the cover. Owens gets that shoulder out. Some big matches here tonight. As a little bit of a precursor, just a little bit of a preview of the bigger matches you can expect at WrestleMania. Cody Rhodes takes Kevin Owens out with a suicide dive. And now the champ is rolling here as Kevin Owens looks to try and find a way back into this one. Gets his head bounced off the barricade for his troubles, though, as now Rhodes is firing on all cylinders. And this is not exactly the final form that Cena wants to be seeing at WrestleMania. Cody Rhodes, we know he steps up to the occasion when it comes to WrestleMania. He has a victory over Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. He has a match against the Ring General Gunther at WrestleMania, a match that he actually lost. But nonetheless, in the last 2 years, Cody Rhodes has had an absolutely incredible run on WrestleMania night. And now look at this, Kevin Owens though. Kevin Owens though looking to take Cody Rhodes out with that package pile driver. Rhodes wasn't even going to see the main event of WrestleMania if KO landed that. And now look at this, you can see Cody Rhodes immediately getting a little bit emotional here. He just realized that Kevin Owens tried to end his career before he could even get to the biggest match of it against John Cena, and that fired up Cody Rhodes. That fired up Cody Rhodes as now here comes the American Nightmare back into this one. Calling on the support of the crowd here, but Kevin Owens again using Rhodes' emotion against him. And now wait a minute, grabs a hold of a crossface, does Owens. A crossface cinched in. A crossface cinched in now, and KO's wrenching at that neck of Cody's, but Cody able to find a way out of it. And now trips the leg of Kevin Owens, and now Cody goes, oh, look at this. He's going for the figure four leg lock. The figure four leg lock is cinched in on KO. Is Kevin Owens going to submit just days before he has to endure a grueling fight with CM Punk, one of the most controversial superstars of his time and the next time? As look at this, Kevin Owens off the ropes, my God! A huge springboard DDT, connects flush, and now Rhodes is stunned, as I would be too if I got hit with a springboard DDT. And now Kevin Owens though, wait a minute, Rhodes goes off the ropes with a huge kick. Rhodes able to bounce back from that DDT. How? I don't know how the hell he did, but he did. And now Rhodes sending Kevin Owens out to the floor once more. And now, wait a minute. What the hell does Cody Rhodes have planned for KO on the floor? Look out. Rhodes measuring his man. Big crossbody. A springboard off the top rope. Crossbody connects. And now all of a sudden, Kevin Owens is in a lot of trouble at the hands of the American Nightmare. Look out, Rhodes with a Cody Cutter on the floor. Kevin Owens might be out. He might be done here. Cody hit big with that Cody Cutter. Kevin Owens has no idea where the hell he's even at. Cody's looking to remind him. He is on the Monday Night Raw before WrestleMania, and he's about to take a grueling loss from the WWE Champion. Another Cody Cutter connects. A second Cody Cutter connects. Kevin Owens gets that shoulder out. Rhodes cannot believe it. Owens is staying in the fight. And once again, crawling to the outside, you have to credit the strategy of Kevin Owens. He can't get pinned outside of the ring, and he knows that. And now, wait a minute, Cody Rhodes, though, firing up here. Throwing a shout out to Dusty, a man that Kevin Owens is all but too familiar with. And now Cody Rhodes, once again, back in control of this thing. Kevin Owens, every time he tries to find a way to even escape the American Nightmare, Rhodes is right back on the attack. And now here comes Rhodes off the ropes with a springboard drop kick. A springboard drop kick wipes Kevin Owens out. Goes for the cover. Owens getting that shoulder out once more. And now Rhodes taking Kevin Owens into the turnbuckle, into the ring post. And now, wait a minute. Owens again for a second time going for that damn package pile driver. You have got to be kidding me. And now, wait a minute, Cody again, grabbing at that ankle. This is the second time he's going to go for the figure four leg lock, this time square in the center of the ring. Is Kevin Owens going to submit? What a way to lose on the Monday Night Raw before WrestleMania, before a big street fight. But no, Kevin Owens prevails. Or at least momentarily prevails, as now he sends Cody off the ropes. And now look out, big pop-up powerbomb. Pop-up powerbomb connects. No, Rhodes gets the shoulder out at the last second. Rhodes getting the shoulder out the last second. What a fight it's been against the man that's ready for the biggest fight of his life against CM Punk at WrestleMania and Kevin Owens. And now Owens just trying to think about last-ditch efforts here, but look at this. Rhodes off the ropes. Rhodes off the ropes with the Cody Cutter. And that is usually a precursor to the Crossroads. Is now, look at this. Cody Rhodes, not one. Oh, no, wait a minute. Not even one, two. He's not even done with two. Three consecutive Crossroads. And if that isn't an emphatic statement towards John Cena, when we get to Philadelphia, I don't know what is. Cody Rhodes picking up a big victory over a very game Kevin Owens, a man that loves to fight and is ready for one hell of a fight against CM Punk in Philadelphia of all places. But nonetheless, Cody Rhodes, again with his hand raised in victory, picking up some much needed momentum before quite possibly his biggest challenge yet, when he defends that WWE Undisputed Championship against the man that is oftenly touted as the greatest of all time, a man that is looking to break the record of most World Championship victories in all of WWE, John Cena. Well, folks, it is finally time for what is going to be a star-studded, once-in-a-lifetime tag team match, which is just a prelude to what is going to be a star-studded once-in-a-lifetime match at WrestleMania. We are going to have all four of the original four horsewomen fighting for the women's championship all at the same time at WrestleMania. The Boss, Sasha Banks, the Royal Rumble winner. Charlotte Flair, the Queen herself. Bayley, the role model. And Becky Lynch, the women's champion, heading into that match. All four of these women, these pioneers, these pillars of their time, going to be going at it on the grandest stage of them all. Once in a lifetime kind of match. And to think that these four individuals were working together inside War Games live in Chicago a number of months ago. Oh, how times have changed and how the momentum has shifted between all four of these individuals, leading to this tag team match. Charlotte Flair and Sasha Banks teaming up, which is almost impossible for me to say out of my mouth given the rivalry that these two women have had throughout their career. But a woman that Charlotte Flair hates even more than Sasha Banks would be Becky Lynch and the role model Bayley, as that is the team that Flair and Sasha Banks are taking on here tonight ahead of WrestleMania. That fatal four-way match at WrestleMania is going to be one to watch for sure. Like I said, 4 women that have paved the way for women like Rhea Ripley and Tiffany Stratton, who are involved in the other women's championship match going down at WrestleMania. They've paved the way for women like Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill, who will go head-to-head in a Falls Count Anywhere match to settle the score, settle the rivalry once and for all. Well, we wouldn't have a Bianca Belair, we wouldn't have a Jade Cargill, a Rhea Ripley, a Tiffany Stratton, if there was never a Queen Charlotte Flair, if there was never a boss Sasha Banks, if Bayley was never given hugs out to the NXT crowd, if Becky Lynch never became the man. Needless to say, folks, I can't stress enough how big of a match this is about to be at WrestleMania, and this is going to be a big match in itself. Coming up next, tag team action. The Queen, the Boss, taking on the WWE Women's Champion Becky Lynch and Bayley. What a night that Becky Lynch has in store for her at WrestleMania. Certainly the odds everly stacked against the man, but oftentimes that is where she thrives the most. Becky Lynch has used her whole entire career by being the person, the one to doubt, the one to think that she can't do the unthinkable, she can't do the impossible. She's made a career proving all those doubters wrong, and she doesn't look to be doing anything shorter than that at WrestleMania either. Lynch has been champion, been on top of the world. The man's been back on top ever since last year's WrestleMania, defeating Rhea Ripley. Of course, the challenger after challenger throughout the years has come Becky Lynch's way. She's taken on the new generation like Roxanne Perez and Cora Jade. Will also have a monumental night at WrestleMania as they take on Io Sky and Asuka for those tag team championships.
From San Jose, California,
Becky Lynch has also taken on a former protege of hers in Lyra Valkyria. Lynch has taken on all comers, needless to say, leading up to WrestleMania. And now, like I said, her biggest test yet. A few old demons, if you will, coming back to play with Becky Lynch. Coming back to just remind her of her beginnings, where she came from. That's what Bayley, Sasha Banks, and Charlotte Flair will be looking to do at WrestleMania. And the question really is, out of all 4 of those individuals, obviously given their pedigree, given their backgrounds, their championship accolades, who really sits atop when we talk about those 4 individuals? Who is the best out of the 4 horsewomen? I guess that conversation will be put to bed at WrestleMania, because only one of these ladies is walking out as the WWE Women's Champion. And the question is, will it be the woman walking in as champion, Becky Lynch, or will it be one of the other 3? As Becky Lynch and Sasha Banks lock up now. A little bit of a stalemate, so to speak, but Sasha Banks nonetheless able to get some sort of momentum in this match against Becky. And now Becky with a kick right to the leg. Remember, it was Sasha Banks a few weeks ago attacking Becky Lynch, laying her out with a bankroll and then the bank statement. Backstabber maneuver, taking out Becky Lynch when she had her eyes set on Flair and Bayley. And Sasha Banks is really the only one in this match that, quote-unquote, earned her way into it. Of course, winning the Royal Rumble, she has to feel a little bit cheated, as a matter of fact. The fact that her guaranteed championship match at WrestleMania has gone all the way from a one-on-one match to a fatal four-way match. I mean, Banks has to be absolutely livid at Adam Pearce and everybody handling things backstage with the fact that now she has basically the odds stacked against her as well. Her odds have drastically decreased in winning that match. A fatal four-way match is among one of the hardest matches to win on your own. As now look at this, Becky Lynch and Bayley now showing a little bit of double team work here. Oh my goodness gracious. Looking to plant Sasha Banks into the canvas and plant a big victory as a statement win heading into WrestleMania. But now it's Sasha Banks turning things around for herself. A big strike right to the face. And now Sasha going to take Bayley for a ride to the outside with a sunset flip powerbomb. Sunset flip powerbomb connects to the role model. And now grabs a hold of the leg. Now Sasha Banks in full control of this one. Again for a second time, grabbing a hold of the leg. Banks in full control so far of her former best friend. The Boston Hug connection is no more. And what a team that was. I mean, these are two women that used to be tag team champions with one another. You talk about the women's tag team championships being defended at WrestleMania. That's exactly something that Banks and Bayley have done before. And now look at this. Bayley just barely breaking the count of 10. Sasha was going to take that count out victory. Sasha was definitely going to take that count out victory. And Bayley now coming back into this thing with a huge crossbody. And now Banks gets the tag to the Queen. Banks, obviously, the last person she would want to admit that she needs the help of is Charlotte Flair. But nonetheless, I guess Banks is thinking ahead, thinking that she's going to need to preserve her energy for WrestleMania. As now Flair takes Bayley to the floor. And now the Queen working over Bayley here. Big knee strike right to the face of the role model. Ever since Bayley got into this match, it's been Banks and Charlotte able to work over the former Triple Crown Women's Champion in Bayley. And a big stomp right to the arm. And now look at this. Bayley, though, brushing off any attempt that Charlotte Flair had to cinch that figure 8 or figure 4 leg lock in. And now we're right back to last week's match. Bayley versus Charlotte Flair. What a match that was to start the show last week. Of course, after the match being interfered by one Becky Lynch and Sasha Banks. All four of these individuals, like I said, there's only one way to settle all the rivalries between these four, and that is putting them all four in the ring and putting the grandest prize on the women's division of Monday Night Raw up for grabs. And now look at this. Bayley with a Hurricane Rana takes out Flair. Bayley looking to get a pinfall victory over Charlotte Flair for the second week in a row, but Charlotte gets the big shoulder out. This is awesome chants in the crowd, as it should be when all four of these individuals are in the ring. And now Bayley now sending Charlotte to the floor. Oh no, what the hell's Bayley got planned here? Looking for a, baseball slide. Baseball slide connects, and now Bayley. Bayley now in control of the Queen. Sends Charlotte Flair back into the ring, does the role model. And now all of a sudden, Bayley has an outlet, an opening in this match. Creating some space for herself, creating offense as well. That's the name of the game for Bayley. And now in for a spear in the corner, but Flair had it scouted. And now Bayley needs to get a fresh tag to Becky Lynch. Flair got the tag to Banks. And now Becky Lynch, a huge knee strike, but Becky was able to kind of absorb that hit a little bit. And now, wait a minute, Becky Lynch now takes Sasha Banks over. Caught that leg trap into a sit-out suplex. I don't really know what to call that, but nonetheless, it was innovative at its finest from the man, from the champion herself, Becky Lynch. Big big European uppercut from the champ, as now we are seeing those patented leg drops from Becky Lynch, and now reverse leg drop as well for good measure. All of a sudden, it's the man firing back away for her team in this match. And now, wait a minute, Becky Lynch now going to send Banks, oh my goodness, crashing into the corner. House of Fire is the champion. And now Becky Lynch going top rope this time with the leg drop. Flair, though, recognizing the danger here, but I guess she decided against it. Like I said, I don't think there's a whole lot of desperation for either of these four to win this match. They just want to get tonight over with and head to WrestleMania, as Flair and Banks, of course, have a history a mile long. I mean, you talk about a rivalry culminating inside Hell in a Cell, nonetheless. What a match that was. What a rivalry that was between Banks and Flair. And all of a sudden, these guys are in a tag team match tonight, which I can't believe. And now Becky Lynch now looking to take to the skies once again, takes out Banks with a leg drop once more. A plethora of leg drops that Banks has suffered in this match. And I don't think Lynch is done there just yet. Here comes the man going off the ropes with a suicide dive, but Banks making her pay for it big time. Becky Lynch now is back and out of control, but wait a minute, maybe not. She hits Banks with the manhandle slam out of nowhere. It's for the pin, and again, it's Charlotte Flair reluctant to even stop the pin in this match. Tag team wrestling chants in the crowd. Bayley now has her former best friend in the grasp, and now big elbow strike connects. And now Bayley sending Banks off the ropes with an elbow drop. And all of a sudden, Bayley's feeling herself now. She goes top rope. Becky Lynch has no choice but to look for what's about to happen. Big splash. A big splash connects from Bayley. As now look out, Bayley again sending Banks off the ropes. Gets her with an arm drag once again. And now, wait a minute, goes for a roll-up on Banks. This could be a very humiliating loss for the Women's Royal Rumble winner. What a year Sasha had before SummerSlam. She was the Women's Champion heading into Detroit, but lost it to Bianca Belair back when she was on SmackDown. Of course, Becky Lynch effectively becoming a Raw member after staking her claim at Becky Lynch's championship. A big elbow strike right to the face once more. And now Bayley for the second time going top rope. Going top rope is Bayley. Big swanton. When's the last time you've seen Bayley pull that one out? Goes for the cover now. Count of two. Sasha gets the shoulder out once more. What a match we are witnessing, folks. And it's been largely Sasha Banks taking the blunt end of the offense here. Oh, just took Charlotte for a ride. Did Bayley. And now once again it's once again it's Bayley sending Sasha to the floor this time. She hit it on Charlotte earlier, gets it on Sasha now. And now wait a minute. Big strike right to the Queen. Becky Lynch and Bayley taking on all comers seemingly, as Bayley wanting to make sure that Charlotte does her due diligence in this match. Just sent Charlotte into the steps. No love lost between Bayley and Charlotte. These two women have been attacking each other, getting involved in each other's matches against the women's champion Becky Lynch for a number of weeks now. But now that gives Sasha the opportunity she needs, as she wrenches at that arm of Bayley now. And now, just dragging Bayley head first into the canvas. And now the boss is in full control once more. Becky Lynch now asking for that tag, but Bayley is nowhere near able to get that tag right now. Sasha Banks is zoning in on that arm. Oh, look at that. Taking a page out of one of her idols' playbook, Eddie Guerrero. And I don't think she might be done with taking pages out of Eddie Guerrero's playbook just yet. Big frog splash. A big frog splash connects. And now Sasha sending Bayley into the corner of Flair. And now Bayley somehow able to find a way out of it. And now, wait a minute, she catches Sasha with the Bayley to belly. Bayley to belly to Sasha. Flair again is making Sasha fight for these kickouts. And the frustration is seen all over the face of the role model. Not exactly setting any roles is Bayley when she's throwing a temper tantrum in the middle of the ring. But now, once again, it's Bayley and Becky Lynch that have seemingly been the more cohesive unit out of this match. Like I said, we questioned if the old rivalry between Sasha and Charlotte would get in the way of things, and it seemingly has. As Becky Lynch now, big drop kick averted from Flair, and Flair's seen enough now. Becky Lynch chopping away at Flair. And now sending Flair to the outside. And now again, it's Becky Lynch winding up the big strike, but wait a minute, got caught. Got caught by Sasha. Sasha with the bank statement, a variation at least. Crossface technically, but she's wrenching away like it's the bank statement. Becky Lynch is in the center of the ring. Is she going to submit right here and right now? Is this a preview of WrestleMania? But no, Lynch finds a way out of it. Big strike right to the face once more. And all of a sudden, Sasha is seemingly in a handicap match, if you ask me. Flair has been little to no help for Sasha, and now she might be in trouble here. The disarmer's locked in. Now it's the disarmer locked in on Sasha. Becky Lynch wrenching at that arm of Sasha Banks, gonna tear it apart before she even can get to Philly. And now Becky sending Charlotte once again off the mat. Although I don't think she really needs to. Charlotte has proven to be a stick in the mud this entire match for Sasha. And now Becky Lynch once more looking to take out Sasha here. Sends Sasha on that top rope. And a big strike right to the face. A big strike right to the face. And now wait a minute. Wait a minute. Gonna take Sasha for a ride with the manhandle slam off the top rope. Charlotte's out. Bayley now playing defense. And in that case, Bayley and Becky Lynch get the victory over Sasha Banks and a very uncooperative version of the Queen Charlotte Flair. I'm sure Sasha Banks will be looking to get her revenge on Charlotte come WrestleMania. But what a fight this was between all four of these women, and what a fight it will be when all four of these women meet again for the Women's Championship. Bayley and Becky Lynch getting the victory here tonight, but it is all for one and everybody's stakes at WrestleMania. No friends, no tag team partners. Who walks away as the best of the four? We will find out in Philadelphia. And folks, it is finally time for the moment that we've been waiting for all night. A moment we have been waiting for the better part of more than a decade. Another match between CM Punk and John Cena. And what a match this is about to be. Like I said, no better way to close the Monday Night Raw before WrestleMania than these two absolute legends duking it out one final time. Punk, Cena is going down in the main event, folks. Does not get much bigger than this.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 218 pounds, CM Punk.
Punk, obviously a fan favorite. Cena, of course, another fan. I mean, it really depends on who, his type of fan, but a lot of times Cena is also at least respected at this stage in his career. There's still a few doubters there, here and there, but Cena has proven himself time and time again. As a matter of fact, he's proven himself 16 different times, and he looks to correct that and make it 17 different times at WrestleMania. Meanwhile, CM Punk is on a much different journey at WrestleMania. He has a fight with a man that loves to fight, a man that lives to fight, a man that has made his whole entire persona, his whole entire existence in wrestling based off him having to fight, that being Kevin Owens. A Philadelphia street fight. It is not going to be for the weak at heart. It is not going to be for the children to stay up and watch. Punk and Kevin Owens are going to beat the ever-living crap out of one another when we get to Philadelphia.
And his opponent from West Newbury, Massachusetts, weighing in at 251 pounds, the greatest of all time, John Cena!
You hear the announcer, Mike Rome, make the announcement itself, calling Cena the greatest of all time. And, I mean, it is very arguable to say different. He might be the greatest of all time, but Cody Rhodes is trying to be the greatest of his time. And in order to do that, he has to take out a man that he once viewed as maybe a mentor. He once viewed as a role model in Cena's own right. He viewed as a man to look up to, a man as to model his championship fight, his championship mentality off of. But now Cody Rhodes is a much older guy. He's a much more mature guy, and he's ready to take on the challenge, that being of John Cena at WrestleMania. Speaking of taking on a challenge of John Cena, Punk is doing just that, as Cena immediately throwing some heavy strikes Punk's way. There's a lot to prove for Cena here tonight. There's a lot to prove for CM Punk as well. The last time these two met, it was Cena's hand raised in victory. But there's been a number of times throughout their career that Punk has also gotten the better of Cena. Who's getting the better of who tonight? That's the real question. Punk now with a punch right to the face of Cena. You know, John has had some incredible matches these last few weeks, but this is by far his biggest test yet. Heading into WrestleMania, as Punk is wasting little to no time with a knee strike bulldog combination. A move that Cena is all too familiar with, but has not had to take in many, many years. And now Punk all over Cena in the early goings of this one. Here comes CM Punk with a huge single leg kick right to the face. A split crowd, if you ask me, between Punk and Cena. I mean, what a monumental moment in Universe Mode in WWE to see CM Punk and John Cena go at it one final time before perhaps the doors close, so to speak, to Cena's career. And of course, CM Punk is no spring chicken himself either, but I don't think he has any plans of retirement in the next few years. He's going to go until his heart desires him not to. Cena, on the other hand, wants to preserve his body for his next life, for a life after professional wrestling. He doesn't want to be a 50, 60-year-old in that professional ring giving out mediocre performances, so to speak. That's pretty much words taken from Cena. Meanwhile, CM Punk is a guy who will die in a professional wrestling ring. He lives, he breathes professional wrestling, and another knee strike connects. And this time he gets him with a clothesline instead of a bulldog. And now Cena fighting back here, trying to stay in the fight. Wait a minute, John Cena now takes him over with a code red. And the last time Cena and Punk fought, we've seen Cena really dip into his bag, and he's doing it again. He went for a Hurricane Runner, but Punk had it scouted. The last time Cena and Punk fought, Cena was tired of all the talk about he's just a four moves of doom type guy. He really got innovative in their last match. You know, looking out for some springboard moves at Hurricane Rana at one point. Oh, what a strike. What a strike, and I think that opened up Cena. There's a lot of respect between Punk and Cena, but every time they're in the ring, that competitive side of both men just spills out. And speaking of spilling out, there is blood spilling out the forehead of Cena. Look out, Punk! Oh my goodness gracious. Sending Cena off the canvas here. Punk is clearly ready for a street fight as he's getting down and dirty here tonight. Suicide dive wipes out Cena. And all of a sudden, CM Punk is in full control of this one. I don't know if it's something that I exactly expected, but nonetheless, John Cena's trying to fight back here. Monkey flip connects. A monkey flip connects on Punk, and now it's Punk. Get him back into this one. Look at this. Float over neckbreaker connects to Cena. And wait a minute, Punk's destroying our announce table. Man, he's really trying to go big or go home before Philadelphia. Maybe in some way he's trying to send a message to Kevin Owens. And now all of a sudden CM Punk CM Punk has Cena on that announce table. A big chop to the chest. Wait, Punk realizing he has to break that count. Punk realizing he has to break that count. A count of 9. And Punk now looking at our official, letting him know exactly what time it is. He operates on his own time. A chop right to the chest of Cena once more. And another strike. And now Punk trying to get back on Cena, but Cena with a kick right to the face. And now, wait a minute, John Cena just throwing his entire body at Punk. A count of 5 as now Cena sends Punk on the announce table. A big strike right to the chest. Big strike right to the chest, and now it's Cena perhaps having to break that count. Cena breaks the count now as him and Punk go at it once more on the floor here. Oh, a strike right to the ribs averted. And now Cena sending Punk back into the announce table. And now Punk sending Cena back in the ring. That announce table was able to survive momentarily, but now it's Cena. Wait a minute. This is vintage Cena here. Got him connect, but oh, Punk with a spear. Taking a page out of Balor's playbook last week. And now, wait a minute, Punk going off the ropes with a springboard clothesline. A springboard clothesline wipes Cena out. Could this be it? Count of 2, Cena gets that shoulder out. And now Punk could be closing in here, but Cena now with a reversal. And wait a minute, Cena now once again takes him over with a code red. Look out, John Cena sending CM Punk for a ride to the outside. All of a sudden, Cena finds a way back into the driver's seat here, as we've seen him do time and time again. And now, wait a minute, Punk had aspirations to put Cena through the announce table. I don't think he's going to live to see it, though. John Cena with an attitude adjustment to Punk through the announce table. An attitude adjustment through the announce table connects. And all of a sudden, Punk's out. Punk's out. This could be Cena's opportunity here. Another third code red goes for the cover. Count of 1, count of 2. Punk gets that shoulder out. And now Cena lining Punk up. Lining Punk up. What's he going for here? He's going for a second time. Did not get to hit it last time. Maybe he'll have better success this time around. Ducks the clothesline. This is vintage Cena just days before WrestleMania. This is not what Cody Rhodes wants to see when he gets to Philadelphia. Here comes the man that simply never gives up, dropping the 5-knuckle shuffle. And now he's looking to put Punk away for good with the attitude adjustment. Ducks the clothesline again. Hits the you can't see me on Punk one final time. Attitude adjustment connects. And now goes for the count. Goes for the count. 1, 2. No, Punk gets that shoulder out. Cena can't believe it. I don't think anybody in this arena can believe it. What a match. Like I said, 2 absolute certified future Hall of Famers duking it out just days before WrestleMania. Big strike averted. Now it's Punk coming back into this one with kicks, chops, whatever it takes. High kick to the face, knocks Cena to the ground. And now once again, CM Punk throwing caution to the wind with a suicide dive. A suicide dive wipes out Cena once more. Punk is surviving somehow. He got put through a damn announce table earlier on, and he's still climbing to the top rope nonetheless. And now, wait a minute, Cena looking to meet him there, but Punk out of harm's way that time. Goes for a roll-up. Inside cradle from Punk. What a way to lose before the biggest championship fight of Cena's life, perhaps. But now Punk's trying to stay in it here. Elbow strike right to the heart of Cena. And now Punk once again going top rope. Cena has no idea what's in store for him when he turns around. Punk balanced on that top rope. Big crossbody connects. Goes for the cover. Count of 1, count of 2. Cena getting the shoulder out again. Now another elbow strike for good measure. Trying to keep Cena down is Punk. And now Punk going top rope here. Punk going top rope here with a knee strike. I don't think Punk's done there just yet. A bloody, bruised John Cena in the wakes of Punk with an elbow drop. Elbow drop connects, count of 1, 2. Cena getting the shoulder out again. Punk can't believe it, but he's calling for the end. He's calling for the end here. He's telling Cena it's time to go to sleep. Cena has no idea where the hell he's at. He might think he's in Philadelphia at this point. CM Punk with the GTS to Cena. A GTS connects to pin the 16-time champion, but Cena with a shoulder out. Punk can't believe it. Punk can't believe it. He's arguing with our official. That official has seen a lot of stuff leading up to WrestleMania. Everybody's tensions have been a mile high ever since the road to WrestleMania began, and we are officially at the end of the quote-unquote crossroads, if I can say that. And now Punk again trying something there, but Cena had it scouted. And now, wait a minute, Cena still has strength enough to deadlift Punk off the floor. And now all of a sudden, John Cena firing back on Punk. Oh, and now Punk, I think Punk just received his receipt for busting Cena up earlier. Now Punk's bleeding. Punk's bleeding before the street fight even starts. Imagine that. And now John Cena throwing the salute up to this loyal crowd, a crowd that has been behind him almost his entire career, whether they hate it or love him. And now all of a sudden, John Cena dragging Punk into the middle of the ring here. What does John Cena have planned for Punk? Big strike averted. And now another strike right to the face. And now it's Punk going off the top rope is Cena with a huge splash. And now what the hell else does John Cena have planned here? Dropping the fist right to the face. And now strike opening up that cut once more. This is a very vicious side of Cena, but perhaps this is the side that Cena has to tap into to win his 17th World Championship in the WWE, as now he goes for another attitude adjustment, this time on the floor. Gets it! John Cena needs to drag this lifeless carcass known as CM Punk back in the ring to get the count. Count of 8 as Cena is desperately trying to get Punk off the mat and get the win here. Punk is out. Punk is out. Cena, this is his opportunity right now. Goes for a submission attempt, and now wait a minute. Oh, this is all but too familiar for a man that certainly right now holds the record for most world championships, tied with John Cena himself, the Nature Boy Ric Flair himself. Imagine if Cena wins with this maneuver just days before he's looking to break Flair's record. But now Punk is fighting out of it. Punk is fighting out of it. And now all of a sudden, he connects with another GTS. Another GTS hits on Cena. Another GTS hits on Cena for the 1, the 2, the 3. CM Punk just defeated John Cena days, and I do mean days, before Cena's biggest fight, maybe in all of his entire career at WrestleMania, against the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. Nonetheless, Punk is ready for one of his biggest fights against Kevin Owens in a Philadelphia street fight. That, all, and a lot more happening in just a few short days at WrestleMania, the debut of WWE 2K25 on the JPG channel. Ladies and gentlemen, do not miss out. And it was going to be a monumental night.